I'm Saturday Holland, and I'm going to start off with an order that I placed off of Ulta. I repurchased some items, this first one being the Pixi Glow Tonic to Go. I bought 2 of these. These are just so convenient when you're in a rush. You know, they're pre-soaked pads, and I use these morning and night. I use the Pixi Glow Tonic toner morning and night on my skin, and I have for a while. I dabble with other toners as well every once in a while, but this is kind of my primary go-to. And again, it's just so convenient to have the pre-soaked pads, and I'm almost out of the one that I'm using right now. So I got 2 of these guys. This is such an amazing product from Pixi. I also bought 5 of the Sun Bum Mineral Lip Balms with SPF 30. There's 0.15 ounces of product in here, and this is a mineral lip balm. So I've talked about this product in the past. It's my go-to lip product for spring, summer, fall. And I've tried a couple others in the interim. Nothing for me really does it like this one. It's got that SPF 30 and it's a mineral sunscreen. So it doesn't like taste. I recently bought one, a Carmex one that was like a weather guard, and it actually smelled like bubblegum and had a slight like sweet taste to it, but it has chemical sunscreen, so it coated my whole mouth with that taste, and I just despise that taste. My lips did not like get sunburnt or anything like that from when I used it, but I just can't deal with the taste of chemical sunscreen. So this is my go-to lip balm with SPF 30 in it. Again, it's got mineral sunscreen. It doesn't taste or anything like that. As you reapply it, if you're outside for a long time, it can kind of gather on the inner rim of the lips or whatever. Usually I'm out like working and stuff, so I'll just grab my t-shirt and wipe off the inner rim of my lips when it kind of gunks up. But other than that, it has kind of a little bit of a white cast to it, and there's something about that white cast that mixes with my natural lip color that turns into like a slight baby pink. And I've actually gotten compliments on my lip color before with what I was wearing, and it was just this product because it turned into like this kind of milky pink when I put it on with my natural lip color, you know. So anyway, I just love this lip balm from Sun Bum. I also bought more eyelashes. So Ulta was actually doing 20% off. It excluded prestige brands, but like Kiss and then the Sun Bum and those brands were included. So I was like, took the opportunity to stock up on some more eyelashes because I love these eyelashes. I got 5 more of the 4 packs of the high buns. I just want to be able to like wear them all summer, like almost as a daily wear. I've really been enjoying wearing daily eyelashes, which isn't typical for me. I like to wear them when I go places or like when I film because of the drama that it adds through the camera. But I never was like a daily wear of lashes until recently. And I've just really been enjoying these ones. They're easy to wear. They're long. They're like wispy. They're dramatic for some, but not for me. So I picked up 5 more of the high buns from Kiss. I just love these eyelashes. And they do hold up really well. So the top 3 I've been wearing since I first bought these lashes. They're all coated with mascara. I do need to wash them, but they have been holding up really well. But I just wanted you guys to see how much I cut off the corner, which is about 1/3 of the lash, I would say. And they do have that invisible band if you use like a translucent glue as opposed to the tinted lash glue, which I use. And then as much as I was trying to resist buying a backup of the Adept Cosmetics Cyborg Choir eyeshadow palette, they had a sale and they were in stock and it was a good sale. So I did buy a backup of the Cyborg Choir eyeshadow palette. I've hauled this and swatched this in, I don't know, I think it was like 3 videos ago or so. But there's something about wearing this palette that just makes me so happy. I gravitate towards it. I've been using it an absolute ton. I will show you the one that I have in use right here. So this is what the packaging looks like, because I'm going to leave the other one in the box all packaged up and stuff like that. It's stunning. It's a one and done for me. There's not a look that I have done out of this palette that I just absolutely love. I can wear every single shade. I have worn every single shade. I've got massive dips in quite a few. If you can kind of see right there. There's just something about it that's just, I don't know. I just love this palette. It's been a while since I've loved a palette so much that I felt the need to have to buy a backup, right? They're having a sale. Did I say that already? It was a good sale because their palettes are quite expensive, but the quality is really nice. They're like foiled sparkly shades. They're so unique, and I've said this before, but it's really hard to do unique eyeshadows today because there's just so many out there. These are all pretty unique eyeshadows. And then you've got that bottom row of mattes. And again, it's one and done for me. I gravitate towards it so much. So I bought a backup of Cyborg Choir. And again, it's been a while since I've done that. I also placed an order on the Danessa Myricks website. They were doing, it was 20 or 30% off. I can't remember off the top of my head, but this palette was in my cart at Sephora and I just went ahead and bought it off of the Danessa Myricks website because I wanted to get it on sale. So it's this guy right here. It is called the Love is Love Illuminating Eye and Face Pigments palette. So you've got an array of products and sizes in here. Let's try to kind of see, it's in the metallic on the bottom. 3 that are 1.2 grams or 0.042 ounces, one that's 0.8 grams or 0.028 ounces, 1 times 1.8 grams or 0.063 ounces. And then you've got the eyeshadow, 6.2 grams, 0.218 ounces. Highlighter, 2 times 2 grams or 0.07 ounces. There's not a lot of product in each one, but the products in here are really pretty. So here's the box packaging right here, and this guy is made, the first layer is a sticker. I didn't mean to peel it all the way off. I just wanted to see the information underneath to see where it's made. But I accidentally peeled it all the way off. So it says on the back here underneath the stickered portion that it is made in the USA. So your palette is a cardboard with a magnetic closure, and there is also a mirror in there. And it's got this fun little layout and a little graphic in the back. There is some wasted space in there, but that's okay. I feel like the background hearts kind of make you lose the negative space that's in there. And there is a plastic sleeve. So some of the names are Limitless, Ally, Embrace, Truth, Dream, Freedom, and Worthy. And I've worn all the shades in here, and I've paired it with matte shades from some other palettes. I've used both of these shades right here as highlighters. I'm actually wearing this one on the top of my cheeks and the highlight points on my face today, and I've mixed them as well. And they are that really silky formula. It's like I think it's called Synthetic Fleur something. It's very like silky feeling. It's a silicone derivative, I believe. And it's so thin that it doesn't really feel like there's any product on the skin, even though you can see the high shine in it. These guys right here are all multi-chromes. It is one pan, however, so you do have to be careful, like if you're using one of the shades, not to kind of intermingle them. They do have like a dark blackened kind of base to them, so if they do get mixed, I think they can get quite muddy. There aren't any mattes in there, but there's these like satin kind of shades, and these two shades are really beautiful sparkly shades. I don't think that the highlighters in here have enough product for me to want to use them as highlighters all the time, because I do like to use them as eyeshadows, and I feel like I would use them up pretty quickly because again, there's not a ton of product per pan that's in here. So this has got a strong pink duochrome, and this is a peachy pink. So you can, I think, see the glaziness of the formulation on those two. It is a really lovely formula. But they're very, like, translucent base. I think you can kind of tell in the swatches there. And then we'll do these two sparkly ones, followed by the satin shades. It is a really pretty palette, but I do think that kind of for what you're getting, it was a bit expensive. I actually expected the palette as a whole just to be bigger because her other palettes were bigger. So this is going to be kind of hard. But you can see right there that they do have that blackened base to them. Tried not to get my finger in two shades at once, but those are multi-chromes with blackened bases again. And then this bottom shade. So yeah, it is a really pretty palette. It's definitely just a pairing palette for me for kind of how I like to wear my eyeshadow. The very first time that I used it, I did use the black in the crease. I blended out with the purple, and I think I put this like sparkly white underneath the brow and this guy on the lid. And it did turn out pretty, you know, but there's a lot of shine going on there. And for my hooded lid, I do like to put something matte in the crease quite often just to push it back. So that guy right there is the new Danessa Myricks Love is Love palette. Right there. Also from Danessa Myricks, I picked up one of the Color Fix Mattes Waterproof Matte Liquid Pigments Multi-Use Face, Eyes, Lips. So 10 milliliters or 0.34 fluid ounces of product in here. And this one is, it says designed in USA, made in China on the box. And the shade that I got is Vamp. This is what I've got on my upper lash line for winged liner. And I really, really like this. Like the color dry down, it's a matte, rich, deep burgundy. It's really, really pretty. I find the formula to be pretty easy to work with in terms of products that come in tubes like this. I didn't mix it with anything or anything like that. What I found really interesting was I purchased one of these because I had heard good things about them, you know, with the waterproof and all of that type of thing. I bought the black one and I wanted to use it as winged liner. I like that creamy fluidity, but also the longevity aspect of it, especially for when I'm outside, because I do have those watery, allergy prone eyes. And that one was really hard to work with and it didn't dry down for a really long time. Granted, this was a while ago. I want to say 4 years ago, possibly. So I wasn't sure. I wanted to try again. So I don't know if the formula has changed. If you guys have any info on like older versions of this product compared to like maybe newer versions, I would love to know because I really like this one. It does dry down to that really rich matte color. Again, easy to work with and stuff like that. The dry down does take a little bit longer than like a liner in a tube or whatever, but it's not bad. So I'm tempted to buy a whole bunch more of them. But I'd love to know you guys' opinion on if these have changed formula or gotten better since they've come out. But I really, really like this one in Vamp. So I may very well pick up a deep blue, see if they've got a deep, deep green. When I swatch this like this, it's going to appear shiny because it's wet, but the dry down is a very pretty rich matte. So it does actually dry down a little bit deeper than it looks right there as well. So if I push my lashes down, you can kind of see just how rich and matte that is. So yeah, really good luck with this one. This is the Vamp shade, again, in the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Mattes. I have read some stuff too about the matte ones drying out a lot faster. This one feels pretty fluid. I just put some on my finger right here, and then I put the cap back on right away. So I'm hoping that it will last me a while because this has got a decent amount of product in it. I also picked up a couple products from NYX. I got one of their new Buttermelt blushes. This has got 0.17 ounces of product, or 5 grams, and the shade that I got is Had Butter 05. These are made in Taiwan. And I had a couple shades in my cart originally, but they had sold out by the time I actually went to placing my order online. And NYX is having a 30% off sale right now on their website. So I have 5 of these in the cart in addition to another shade of their bronzer because I love the Buttermelt bronzer as well. I'm actually wearing this today, and this isn't all buttered up. You guys can see just how much of this I have used. I use this quite a bit. So I may very well place an order for a couple more of these blushes because this is so pretty. So this is actually the blush that I've got on my cheeks today. It looks very, very orange in the pan, but there's a slight bit of a pink aspect to it. Or it could very well be that I kind of blended it with that pink Danessa Myricks highlighter, because you can see right there it does appear more orange. But there's a bit of coral in it. It's like a corally orange. We'll go with that. And they're pigmented. They blend out really nice. Just a super, super nice formula from NYX, both their bronzers and these blushes. So I do plan on picking up a couple more of these. They don't come in a box or anything, which I kind of appreciate because we mostly just toss the boxes, right? There was just a sticker on the hinge. So again, that is the shade Had Butter right there. NYX also came out with a new Ultimate palette. This is called Party on Sunset. I thought somewhere I had read that it was like some type of anniversary palette, but maybe I'm just making that up in my head. But the color story looked really intriguing, and so I decided to pick it up from Ulta again with that 20% off coupon. This guy here is made in China, and let me see how much product we got here. We got 25 eye pigments that are 0.03 ounces, and then 7 face pigments that are 0.03 ounces. The face pigment shades are going to be ones that more than likely have a slight staining to them. That's why they call them face pigments, you know, as opposed to eye, because they say that they're not eye safe, usually because of the staining. So anyway, this is the eyeshadow palette that I've got on my eyes today. Just a ton of really, really pretty colors, mattes and shimmers. This formulation is great. This is one of the nicest NYX eyeshadows that I've tried in a while, NYX eyeshadow palettes. I think that the look on my eyes is really pretty. It turned out a little bit more neutral than I was kind of going for. I was going for some shades over here, trying to get some yellowy orange, because there's not really a ton of orange in here to go with the blush. But then my cheek turned out a little bit more pink because of the highlighter. Anyway, so I'm a little bit more neutral than I was anticipating, but definitely a standalone for me. Lots of highlight shades, lots of mattes, lots of beautiful shimmers, great range of colors, light, medium, and dark. It's just a really nice palette, like super, super nice. At first I was like, gosh, that's kind of expensive. It was $30. Then I got, you know, the 20% off, but quality is pretty nice. And these guys. Very little fallout. The matte's blended well. They're pigmented. This shade is stunning. I've got it on the inner portion of the lid. Ooh. It's kind of got a translucent kind of base to it too. And then these next ones. If anybody else has picked this palette up, I'd love to know if you think it's as nice as I do. And these guys. And then these ones. I'm gonna have to go on the side of my arm. And then this bottom row. I've got this sparkly black in the crease. It's like a matte base with a bunch of sparkles in it. And the sparkles actually adhered really well, and they're kind of multi-dimensional. It's really pretty for like just a, you know, black shadow with some sparkle in it. But yeah, really pretty palette there from NYX. Again, this is their Party on Sunset Ultimate palette right there. And this is what I've got on my eyes today. And then I got in some lovely PR packages. This first one is from Glow Recipe, and they came out with a new sunscreen stick, which I was really excited to get this because this is a product that I will use again all spring, summer, fall when I'm outside. So it's the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Balm SPF 45. So you can see there were 3 in there, but I've already got one out because I've been using it. And then there's also the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops in here, which is another product that I use. I've actually got the tinted bronze ones underneath on my skin to date as well. It's just something that gives a very noticeable, nice shot of hydration to the skin. So yeah, the Glow Recipe Dew Drops are just really amazing products. Read a little bit of information on the cards here. It says instant dewy glow, no white cast, brightens and evens tone over time. Easy on the go reapplication, which is something that I love because especially on my hands, I do reapply sunscreen. I don't so much on my face because that's why I kind of go through a bit of setting powder, because I do set my face very, very well with a layer of foundation that has SPF and then also an SPF underneath the foundation as well. And if I set it really well, I don't ever really burn or anything like that, and the makeup stays pretty strong on my face. If I go to the lake or something like that though, I will tend to reapply, so like especially on the nose or the top of the ears and stuff like that. So this is 100% agreed, skin is brighter and more radiant and stays hydrated all day. So I haven't like, you know, drawn this all over my face to use it like that, but I have been using it again on the back of my hands. I actually keep a sunscreen on the stove, which is by the door when I go outside, and when I go outside I put sunscreen on the back of my hands, and if I don't have like a sweater on or anything like that, I also put it on my arms when I go outside. It says apply 4 passes back and forth to each section of skin. Gently pat in remaining product for even coverage. Precise bullet for easy application on and around trouble spots under eyes, nose, and ears. I also dab sunscreen underneath my eyes. So that's part of my skincare routine in the morning before I put on makeup. Niacinamide, watermelon, and hyaluronic acid, squalene, broad spectrum, SPF 45, protects against UVA and UVB rays. So here is one of the sticks I just pulled out of the box. This one I haven't used yet, but I have been using this product because there were 3 of them in the box, which again, I'm going to have one of these in my vehicle. I'm going to have one of these by the stove, and I'm going to also have one of these probably down by my tack room. So if I pull it out, you can see there's a stopper there, and this is a clear sunscreen. And I haven't found a clear version of a sunscreen that does not have a chemical sunscreen in it. So these are chemical sunscreens. This is avobenzone, homosalate, and octosalate. 3%, 5%, 5% is what it says on the cap there. So if I pull the little stopper off and then twist it up, you can see it right there. And then I'll just put some on my hand, which is going to make my hand look nice and hydrated as well. So if I was actually, you know, going outside and using this as such, I'd put a whole bunch on the back of my hand and then I rub them together like this. And then these thinner products, like kind of like the card said, make 4 passes. I'll put it on until I kind of can't feel that my hand is absorbing any more moisture, if you will. So I just go like this. And I put it on the back of my hand. So these are going to come in super, super handy. And a huge thank you to Glow Recipe for sending me over their new Watermelon Glow Dew Balm, SPF 45 with niacinamide. So happy to have 3 of these. I will be using them all summer long. So you can see the back of my hand. You can see the glow, right? And it does say made in the USA with globally sourced materials as well on there. And then lastly, I got in this really pretty PR package from Pixi. I just got this, so everything is still in the box. Again, it's such a pretty box. And you open it up, and it's got some products from their Rose range. I think their new product here is their Glowy Lip Oil. It says, step into a world of rosy bliss with this exquisite trio crafted by makeup artist and Pixi founder Petra. Taking inspiration from her enchanting rose garden, we infuse these essentials with the pure essence of nature. Enriched with rejuvenating power of rose oil, rose water, and elderflower, these favorites lavish your skin in hydration and glow, perfect for every day. So something like this rose tonic, I'll still use the Pixi Glow Tonic or some form of like acid toner, right? And then I'll take a more hydrating, there's a piece of hair going wild over here. I'll take something that's more hydrating after I use the Glow Tonic because it's a watery, you know, thinner substance. And I'll pour some in my hand and then I'll pat it over the top to add a little bit of hydration. So that's kind of how I will dabble with this guy right here. So this is the Rose Tonic. And then there's also the Rose Radiance Perfector Skin Illuminating Enhancer. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, I think I've had this before. This is like a glowy product. I've actually mixed this in with foundation. It has a typical kind of a rose scent, which I'm assuming is from the rose oil, and it's got a pink tint to it. You can see that kind of glow there. This will also give your skin like a bit of hydration, but also a bit of a glow because there is a slight shimmer in it. So that's the Rose Infused Complexion Enhancer. Creates a soft, focused glow to give skin an even radiant finish. So that is the Pixi Radiance Perfector, Rose Radiance Perfector. And then we've got the Glowy Lip Oil, Conditioning Lip Oil. 0.19 ounces of product in here. Let's see what this guy looks like. Oh, that glass. This is what the packaging looks like. I bet this is a roller ball. It is. It's a roller ball. Very convenient. It feels really serum-like, and like one of those type of oils that has some substance to it, so it's not gonna like slip all over your lips. It's not like too thin. And it's got a bit of a mint or a menthol to it. So let's see if there's menthol in here. Mentha arvensis leaf oil. So I believe that is your kind of your mint oil. A slight sensation to it. Should I put some on my lips? Let me put some on my lips. I didn't want to get the little roller ball all dirty. Not a lot of noticeable tingling or anything like that. Granted, I didn't put that much on, but there is some mint kind of or mentha oil in here. So I know not everybody likes that, but it's a very pleasant scent. So that is their Glowy Lip Oil, Conditioning Lip Oil. Comforting lip oil locks in moisture and adds a natural sheen. Formulated with a blend of nourishing botanicals, smoothing with a dewy finish. Use daily as needed is what it says on the packaging. And a huge thank you to Pixi for sending this guy over. And that is everything that I have for my haul today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.